Okay, so let's talk about the exam. So, this week is week 9 and scheduled for the exam. Okay, now, usually when you come in to take your exam, I tell you, you can bring your practice exam to use on the exam. This exam, the week 9 exam, I recommend, and you are allowed to bring your practice exam and week 9 review session. Now, you're probably like, wait, this is the review session? Isn't this the toolkit? Yeah, I apologize. Yeah, so I did that a couple years ago and I have yet to correct that. At some point, I need to call this toolkit again. Advanced algebra, it's called review session, and I haven't corrected that yet. So anyway, this is the same as the toolkit. Now, the week 9, it's called review session packet. You are going to want to have that. So when you come to take the test, you want your week 8 practice exam and your week 9 review session packet, and you will be totally set to go. If you've been doing those on Kami, once you get here, you can print those two things. Okay, there is an online version. It's a little longer. Yes, seriously, the in-person, it doesn't take very long. So if you can get a ride over here, then yeah, let me know when you're coming and come do the in-person. Okay, any burning questions before we start? Okay, if you are doing the online exam, there will be one construction to do and the rest are to analyze. If you're in person, because I have not had you practice with the hand compass, there will only be constructions to analyze and describe, and it's multiple choice. Okay, so right now we're going to practice analyzing and naming the construction. Okay, and it is easier. Notice mine is in color. It is easier in color. Okay. Oh, and by the way, we're going to practice our first Zoom earthquake drill, I believe, at 10 o'clock is our first Zoom earthquake drill, which is really funny. I think it might be the national shakeout or it's just CTEC. I don't know. Anyway, earthquake drill at 10 o'clock. All righty. Okay, so let's analyze this. Now, I need you to pay attention to the color. So when this construction started, the only thing visible was the black. And then with the compass, yeah, you could tell that the pointer of the compass was at the vertex. And we made equivalent arcs in blue. From those arcs, we reached out into the middle and made the X. And then the red is the answer. Okay, Zoomers? So, can anyone explain, describe, or name this construction? What did we do? What do we call this one? Yeah, can anyone type in? Okay, this was, first word is angle bisector. There we go. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, angle bisector. All right, let's move on to the second one. Now, notice on the paper, there was only the black, right? With the compass, we made an arc. Okay, so what you can't see is Okay, so there was only the black. With the blue, we drew that line. And then it got covered up with the red. Okay, so we swung an arc on this angle, swung an arc on this angle with the compass. We reached across, measured, ding, ding, ding. Okay, I can go faster on this one. You guys know this one. Okay, so this is copy and angle. All right, awesome. Okay, number 3, there was only the black. And you can see from this endpoint, we made that arc and that arc. From the other endpoint, notice this one has endpoints. This one's a little trickier. From this endpoint, yeah, so from this endpoint, we reach to the sky and reach to the ground. From this endpoint, reach to the sky, reach to the ground. Yeah, so we could see that this point and this point, they are equidistant from the endpoints. I have found the middle. Not only have I found the middle, when I draw the red line, it hits the middle and it is perpendicular. Okay, so I know there's several that kind of look like this, but can anyone be brave and tell me the name of this construction? Okay, yes, we found the midpoint, but that red line, ding, ding, ding. This is the perpendicular bisector. Okay, and yes, it can be used to find the midpoint, but the name is the perpendicular bisector. Does that make sense? See how it's a little more descriptive? Now, if this was multiple choice, I would not put find the midpoint and perpendicular bisector, only one of those two, because you are correct. We did find the midpoint. Okay, number 4. Notice the only thing that we started with, and I don't know why it's angled, that was weird, is the black line and the black dot. Okay, from now, notice this one's not in the middle. It doesn't go through it's not a bisector. Yeah. So this one, we reach out, and from my new temporary endpoints, we reach to the sky, reach to the ground. Okay. So I'm just going to tell you this one, but let me know if this makes sense. This is a perpendicular from a point oh, good try. I love that you're participating. Okay, and that took a lot of typing. This is a perpendicular. Can everyone see it's a perpendicular? The name that we call it is perpendicular. I don't know if it's from or to. Anyway, from a point, and here's the key right here. The point was on the line. Okay, so that is the perpendicular. It's probably through. Now, here's the key. This is how you know this one from the others. Okay, let's talk about it. So number 3 was the perpendicular bisector. I actually found the middle. Bisector means I have cut it in the middle. Number 4, perpendicular from the point on the line. Notice that point is not the middle. Okay, so we have perpendicular bisector, perpendicular from a point on the line. Okay, different looks and different names. Notice perpendicular bisector does not have those. Yeah, because we are actually using the endpoints. Number 4, the perpendicular from a point on the line, I'm not using the endpoints. That point is not in the middle. So I have to create my own temporary endpoints. But perpendicular bisector does not have those arcs. Okay, we're going to keep going and we can discuss it more at the end if you want. Now, this one, that's super annoying because why is it slanted? Okay. Notice it's also a perpendicular. Now, perpendicular from a point. So the only thing that existed was the black line and the black dot. Oh, good question. Perpendicular means forms a right angle. Okay, so you see how these constructions are actually reinforcing our geometry vocabulary? So perpendicular means it formed, because I formed a right angle right there. Now, turn your paper, the black line, imagine, turn your paper so the black line is horizontal. Like my thing, I don't know, it's dumb. Okay, so it's perpendicular from a point. Now, what is the difference between this point and the point on problem number 4? Not on the line. Awesome. Perpendicular from a point, not on the line. All right, we're going to move on. Number 6. The only thing that existed was the black line and the black dot. Now, when you come in to take the test is printed in black and white, right? But I have color copies in a little page protector. So when you come in to take the test, if you want to see the color copies and I don't hand them to you, you're going to remind me, hey, can I see the color copies of the constructions? Okay, so the black line and the dot existed. What did we construct this time? And anyway, what did we construct? Look at the red line. What is the relationship between the red line and the black line? The red line is the answer. Ding, ding, ding. So this is construct a parallel line. Now, how can we prove that it's parallel? You're not going to have to do this. We prove that it's parallel because I drew a transversal, right? That wasn't there before. It's blue. And I copied angles. So we know that it's parallel. If corresponding angles are congruent, lines are parallel. Okay, but we don't have to explain that, but I just, so that you can sleep at night because you need to know why, right? That's what we do in geometry. Why are they parallel? If corresponding angles are congruent, lines are parallel. All you need to say is construct a parallel line. Okay. Number 7. The only thing that existed were side 1, side 2, side 3. Okay. Now, at one point with my ruler, there's a blue line under here. And then the red went on top, right? The red went at the end. So I took my compass, I measured side 1, and I put it right here. So this is side 1. From this end point, I measured side 2, and it went right here. And then I measured side 3, and it went right here. And where this little X was, that's where I drew my red lines. And the red lines ended up covering the blue lines. Unless you miss, then it didn't cover. Okay. So, cleaner. This is construct a triangle given 3 segments. Okay. It has something about that. Construct a triangle given 3 segments, or construct a triangle with 3 segments given or something. Anyway, that's what that one is. Alrighty. We're going to move on. Number 8. There was no black lines, no black dots. Okay. So I took my compass. No, I took my ruler. I took my ruler and I drew a line. And then I took my compass and I measured the length of the line. I put the point of the compass right here and I made an arc equidistant to that bottom blue line. Yeah, so I used my compass to measure and then reach for the sky. Then I put my point of my compass over here, reach to the sky. So this, yeah, is equidistant, is congruent to this, and is congruent to this. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, you guys are awesome. Okay, construct an equilateral triangle. Yeah, construct an equilateral triangle. Okay. Number 9. Notice no black lines. Okay. So with blue, I drew a line. Yeah. And this was the first thing I did. What would you say is the relationship? What do you think is the angle right there? Okay, that's a right angle. So that is 90 degrees. Yeah. Okay. So the next thing I did, so from this point, I swung arcs here and here. And from those arcs, I reached into the middle. And then I drew that red line. So the question is, what angle? Oh, ding, 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 you're ahead of me. Yeah, I bisected the 90 and created, so construct a 45-degree angle. Yeah, construct a 45-degree angle. Now, if you have notes, this is not hard to identify. If you are with me right now or watching the video, it's not hard to identify because it doesn't look like any of the others. So construct a 45-degree angle. Now, if you are taking the online exam, you need to say more than construct a 45-degree angle. If this shows up, you need to say things like, first I constructed a 90 and then I bisected it and got a 45. You need to say more than just 45. Okay. Alrighty, we're going to keep moving. Oh, there's another one. This one is, I'm just going to tell you because it's in the directions. Copy a triangle. That's really funny. That was supposed to change. I need to clean up this packet. Okay, copy a triangle. Okay, moving on. We need to write the rule. Okay, the rule for the dilation. Now, dilation is the only one that changes the size. All of the others maintain the size. So the other figures are congruent. The dilations, the figures are similar, but not congruent. So I could pair up, okay. And for the dilation, I want to do new over old. New over old. Okay, so I could do B, the new are the primes, right? The blue. B prime over B, or I could do C prime over C, D prime over D, E prime over E. I'm going to do one of these. And I could either choose the X or the Y. Okay. So let's do, should we do the B's? Let's choose the X. You could do X or Y. They're the same. The X value for B prime is -1. Everyone see that? The X value for B prime is -1. The X value for B is -2. That reduces to 1/2. Yeah. So you find two of them. Now look, am I going to want to use D prime? Nah, it's probably half, but nah. What if we did E and E prime? No, those aren't, that's pretty boring. Let's do, anyway, you get the idea. That's going to be the same if we do X 1/2. So the rule is 1/2. Some of them are going to be easier to find than others. Okay. Now, the blue, do we see I love, thank you for typing that in. The dilation is actually 1/2. Yeah, do we see that the prime is smaller than the non-prime? Now, to be honest, if you said 2 on the test, I would give you credit. Okay, we're not going to be picky about that. But technically, the blue is smaller than the black. The prime is like the prime ones are smaller than the originals. So it's a dilation of 1/2. But I would accept 1/2 or 2. Okay. You can cross this one off. We can practice it if you feel like you need more practice. We are going to do 14. We're going to cross this one off. We don't need that much practice. Okay. Let's, oh. Okay. Let's do, I don't like the C's. I don't like the E's. Let's do the D's. Let's do D prime over D. We could look at either the X's or the Y's. So the X for D prime is 1, 2, 3, -3. The X for D is 2. For the Y's, it looks like it's 4.5 and 3. Sorry, -3, -2. Those negatives are going to cancel. Okay, so if we go new over old, this is a dilation of, and you're either going to say 3/2, or you're going to say 1.5. Now, what does showing your work look like? Something like this, or you could use the Y's, probably not. So you're either going to say 3.3 over 2, right? Because we know that negative divided by negative, those negatives cancel. Okay. I was very optimistic when I did this, that we were just going to have so much time. So, for 14, for showing your work, just do one. Just grab one pair. Oh, for the answers. Okay, so for showing your work, just grab the pair that is the easiest. Like, we don't really like decimals. For the answer, I will accept. Okay, for the answer, be ready for either. Notice this is reduced, right? Be ready for either. The question will tell you fraction or decimal. Okay, or some of them it'll accept either. Okay, we could practice these if you want. But I think we're good on these. You're just going to use your chart. Right? You know what we need to practice though? We need to practice reflection across the line y equals x. What does that line look like? Yeah, it has a y-intercept of 0 and a slope of 1 over 1. So we're just going to practice reflecting. Okay, so in person, I'm not going to make you do a construction. Okay. In person, you will be analyzing and identifying. If you're doing the online, you have to do a construction. But in person, it'll be identifying. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So reflect across the line, y equals x. I changed it. So if you look at the chart, x, y maps to y, x. You're welcome. Okay. And we're about to experience our first Zoom earthquake drill. They told me, I was like, are you kidding, during my Zoom? Okay. So here we go. D is 2, -2. What is D prime going to be? Careful, careful. We switch the order and do not. Oh, my bad. D, yeah, no, my good. Yeah, -2, 2. Okay, switch the order, don't change any signs. So D prime is -2, 2. Yeah, E is 4. 4, -3. Switch the order. Don't change any signs. So -3, 4. C is 2, -3. C prime is -3, 2. Last one. This is C prime. F is 3, -5. F prime is -5, 3, -5, 3. And if you are correct, it should look like butterfly wings. Am I correct? It's, yeah, it's just a little sloppy. Hey, you made it. Welcome. Okay, so you're not going to do those. Okay, we're good. We need to go on to 23. So I love it when it does that. Absolutely love it.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, 23. Solve and justify. So first of all, okay, you know what? I don't think we're having the earthquake. I wonder if he meant if it's really next week. Thursday the 19th at 10. Great American Shakeout. Okay, any second now. We're going to have our first Zoom earthquake drill. Okay, so number 23, step 1, what vocabulary word goes with those? Notice? Yeah, ding, 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 vertical.
Vertical.
Vertical angles are congruent. So now we write our equation. 26x is equal to, I'm going to mute you. Sorry. If you need to say something, you can unmute. Is equal to 25x plus 5. Okay, gang. One of the things we're doing, some of you will be in advanced algebra next year, right? So how do I solve that equation? Do I combine the 26x and the 25x, or do I isolate the variable by moving the one that's on the wrong side? Okay, so is my next step combine or isolate? Now, I cannot combine the x's that are on the separate sides. There is a wall separating my x's, right? There's a wall. I can't, do we see why we cannot combine the x's? Because they are on opposite sides of the equal sign. So the next step is isolate. So it's good that we're practicing this. So we isolate by subtracting 25x. So we get x equals 5. Yeah, make sure to show your work. Okay, we're going to go to the next one. Okay, so first of all, we need to identify. Yeah, anyone tell me what these are? Ding, ding, ding. Nice. Alternate exterior. Alternate exterior angles. Are they supplementary or are they congruent? Congruent. Ding, ding, ding. So 13x minus 6 is equal to 12x plus 1. All righty. Draw a line down the equal sign. How about a smaller line this time? Draw a line down the equal sign. Do I add those x's together or do I isolate and move the ones that are on the wrong side? Combine like terms or isolate your variables and move the ones on the wrong side? Isolate. Okay. This needs to go away. Okay. So I have x's. They are not in the same room. So I'm going to isolate. I'm going to, and you could either move the x's first or the numbers. Subtract 12x. So 13x's, take away 12x's is x. Are we good? Or is there still someone on the wrong side of the wall? Okay, very good. Add 6. Wrong side of the wall. So we get alternate exterior and x equals 7. Solve and justify. Okay, next. What about these? Number 25. Ding, ding,
Same
ding.
alternate
Same
exterior.
side interior. Same side interior. Awesome. Okay, now look at these angles. If lines are parallel, those angles are either congruent or supplementary. Same side interior angles are, ooh, nope, same. Now, alternate interior, right, would be congruent. Ding, 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 supplementary. Same side interior angles are supplementary. In English, okay, a linear pair is also supplementary. Yeah. So linear pair, that's a little confusing. Linear pair and supplementary, they both mean their sum is 180. But we say same side interior angles are supplementary. So supplementary means you add them together. 32x plus 4 plus 26x plus 2, their sum is 180. And we will do a linear pair one because the linear pair is also going to be supplementary. Okay. So draw a line down the equal sign. Take a look at your x's. Do we combine like terms or isolate and move the one that's on the wrong side? Combine. All right. Combine like terms. So 32 and 26 is 58. Okay, we're going to combine those. Plus 6 is equal to 180. That was the combine like terms step. Next, we're going to isolate, right? Someone's in the wrong side. All right, minus 6. 58x is equal to 174. And very often, the last step of solving the equation is
Division.
division. Divide by 58. So x is equal to 3. Okay, we're going to cross this one off. We could, you don't have to do that one. We could if you feel like you need more practice. And we're going to cross this one off. Okay. If you feel like you need more practice, then you can request it at the end. Otherwise, you don't have to do it. Okay. 27. Step 1, identify what type of angles those are. Bottom right, bottom right. Ding, ding, ding. Corresponding. Okay, so these are corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are congruent. Yeah. So can we see that they're congruent? You can tell that they both look obtuse. Yeah. And the ones to the left are acute. So 26x minus 4 is equal to 100. We're going to add 4. 26x is equal to 104. Divide by 26. X is equal to 4. Yeah. Corresponding angles, x equals 4. Notice we showed our work. Okay, 28 is vertical again, very similar. I don't think we need to practice that one. 29. Okay, ding, ding, ding. Anyone else? What are these? Look, they're both acute. Alternate interior, good.
Interior.
Yeah, see how they're both on the interior and one's on the right, one's on the left, alternating right, left, up, down. That's alternating. Okay, in physics, you talk about alternating current. I don't really remember what that means. You'll have to ask Mr. Erickson. Okay. So alternate interior angles are, can we see that those are congruent, not supplementary? See how they both look acute? If lines are parallel, alternate interior angles are congruent. Okay, next step, draw a line down the equal sign. Is the next step combine like terms or isolate the variable? Combine or isolate? Isolate. All right. Okay, so this, your biggest X is king of the line. The little crown. Okay. Or it could be queen. So the king or queen says, okay, hey, you over there, you're in the wrong side. Come over here with me because we're going to have X's on one side and variables on the other. And then the king says to this guy, hey, you, get out of my space. Go over there. Okay, so what do we want to do first? We have a couple things in the wrong side. So which one should we tackle first? What should we do next? Oh,
Maybe add 10.
we're going to subtract 6x.
6.
Yeah, to both sides. Because the king does not want to move. Okay, so we have negative 10 plus 2x is equal to 10, and those are gone. Can you see the equation getting more simple? Now, I don't have x's on both sides. I have x's on one side. Okay, next step. Who needs to move? Who is in the wrong room? Okay, so it's a negative 10. We're going to add 10 to both sides. Yeah. So 2x is equal to 20. Yay. And the last step is divide. X is equal to 10. Alternate interior angles are congruent. X equals 10. Okay, number 30. Number 30, we already brought up. What do we call these? Linear pair. Ah, you guys are very confident on that one. Okay, this is a linear pair. So a linear pair, their sum is 180. So we add them together. Can you see that they don't even look congruent to each other? We add them up and their sum is 180. Up, earthquake.
May I have your attention? May I have your attention, please? This is the Great Shakeout Earthquake Drill. Please duck, cover, and hold.
Okay, everyone.
Duck, cover, and
duck
hold.
and cover.
If you're near a sturdy desk or table, you may use it for cover.
Duck and cover.
Room, find the safest spot and remain there. Everyone, please remain holding until cleared. This will be 2 minutes.
Oh, 2 minutes. Okay. Everyone duck and cover. I think everyone like all over the country are doing this at the same time. Duck and cover. Yeah. Yeah, duck and cover. Okay. And while you duck and cover, let's solve this equation. Okay. Is it, so I want you to look at this while you're ducking and covering. Is this isolate the variable by moving the things that are on the wrong side, or is it combine like terms? Ding, ding, ding.
Combine like terms. Maybe.
Okay. Combine like terms. They are on the same side.
Where's my pen?
Next, isolate.
This earthquake drill is now concluded. Thank you for your cooperation.
All right, you can come out from under your desk or bed or wherever you were hiding. Okay, last step, divide.
Yeah.
Okay, 153 divided by 17 is, what is it? 5? No. Okay, I can't do it. 153 divided by 17 is 9. Oh my goodness, I was so off. So linear pair, x equals 9. Okay, now we're going to practice some really hard equations. So we're going to use and there we go again. We're going to use the clear the denominator method. Okay, so this is over 1. Oh yes, calculators. Possibly on the exam. Actually can't remember. But if they're not on this one, they'll be on the next one. So let's count on the fact that they're going to be on the exam. And it's going to keep showing up in Canvas quizzes. So yes, I believe these are on the exam. I'll have to look. Okay, so we're going to bust the fraction. We're going to clear the denominator by finding the least common denominator. Okay, let's write multiples. Multiples of 2 and multiples of 5. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 5, 10. The least common denominator is 10. So we are going to multiply everything by 10 over 1. Yeah, I'm not going to put the ones. Okay. Next, we are going to cancel. So 10, what are we doing with that 10 and the 5? The 10 is on top, the 5 is on the bottom. What are we doing with those? Multiply or divide?
Divide.
Right, divide. So I'm going to divide them both. Divide by 5 is 1. Divide by 5 is 2. Awesome. Okay. 2x, there is nothing on the bottom. There's nothing to divide. Now we're going to do those. So divide by 5 is 1. Divide by 5 is 2. Now the last one. Divide by 2 is 1. Divide by 2 is, what do I put above the 10? What number? Ten divided by 2 is, all right, 5. Yeah, see how the others are 2, but that one's 5? You with me? Okay, we'll do a couple. Now we're going to bring down the equation. So this right here becomes -2. Yeah? Equals this right here becomes 20x. This right here is going to become what? Anyone have a guess? $18. Yeah. See how the 10 got canceled out and replaced with a 2? And this right here becomes how much? All right, 35. Okay, so -2 is equal to 20x. The next step is what? Combine like terms. So 18 minus 35 is -17. So we combined like terms. Oh, and I never did that. Okay, what's the next step? So we combine like terms. The next step is isolate. We're going to add 17 to both sides. 20x is equal to 15. Okay, last step. It's not going to be a whole number. It's going to be a fraction. Last step is to divide. So the fraction is going to have what number on the bottom of the fraction? The 20, right? Because we're isolating the variable. Okay, 15 over 20. I'm going to reduce equals 3/5. Now, if you're coming in to take your exam, I will also show you how to reduce using the calculator, using the ABC button. Okay. 3/4. Thank you. Oh, very good. 3/4. My bad. Okay, let's do another one. These, the first one you see, we go to the end and you're like, what? But the more we practice, the better we get. Okay, draw a line down the equal sign. I need the least common denominator. So I need my multiples
Right
of 5 and my multiples of 25. What is the least common multiple of 5 and 25? Careful. Not the greatest common factor, the least common multiple. Ding, 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 is 25. So I'm going to multiply 25 over 1, 25 on top, 1 on the bottom. So this one at least has fewer terms. Okay, what's my next step? What do I do if I have a 25 on top and a 25 on the bottom? What's 25 divided by 25? 1. Okay, so that's gone. Yay, we like gone. Okay, how about this one? What's going to happen with a 25 on top and only a 5 on the bottom? All right, so divided by 5 is 1. 25 divided by 5 is 5. Notice the 25 is canceled out and replaced with the 5. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing here. Divide by 5 is 1. Divide by 5 is 5. Okay. Yes.
Does that mean if the LCD is 25, you completely forget about the 8 and the 6?
Oh, not yet. Now we're going to use the 8 and the 6.
Oh, okay.
Good question. You are just one step ahead of me. Okay, let's bring it down. What is left here? Ding, ding, ding. -2. Yeah, see -2 is left here. Bring down the equal sign. Now, what is left here? Hint, multiply. Now the 8 comes back. We were kind of ignoring it. All right. So 40, and don't lose the R, correct? Yeah. Does everyone see where that 40 came from? Okay. How about this one? What comes down? Very good. What about the sign? Minus 30R or plus negative. Yeah. So this is the clear the denominator method. Okay. What do we do with those two that are both on the right side of the equal sign? Combine like terms. And divide. R is equal to negative. Oh, reduce. What is 2/10 reduced to? 1/5. Okay, I know you feel like your brain is full. -1/5. Yes, sorry. Let's do another one. Step 1, I need the least common denominator. So the denominator here is 1. I need the least common multiple of 2 and 3. Ding, ding, ding. Anyone else? All right. So 2, 4, 6, 3, 6, 9, 6. Least common denominator is 6. So I'm going to multiply every term. Let's do that in red. Every term by 6. Okay, what's the next step? Divide. Okay. So what's going to cancel here? 6 and 2. 6 on top, 2 on the bottom. So 6 divided by 2 leaves. All right. So it's divided by 2 is 1. Divided by 2 is 3. Okay. Now this one. 6 and 3 cancel. All right. 2 divided by 3 is 1, divided by 3 is 2. This one, what's left? All right. Divided by 2 is 1, divided by 2 is 3. Let's bring it down. We're done with this. This one is what? 6x plus, how about that? Ding, ding, ding. Anyone else? Yeah, what's going to be left there? Take a guess. Okay, 21. Yeah, do you see where that 21 came from? Minus. How about this? Okay, let's go back to the 21. So where did it came from? This 3 times that 7. And yes. Okay. Minus. Okay, good. How about this one? What's going to be left there? Minus. Ding, ding, ding. 22x. Yeah. Is equal to, what's left over there? 33. Okay. Combine like terms. Let me check something. Okay. So I'm going to take the 6x correct minus the 22. So I'm going to get negative 16x plus 21 is equal to 33. Okay, next up. Who's on the wrong side? Who needs to go away?
Subtract 21.
Subtract 21. Negative 16x is equal to 12. And divide by negative 16. X is equal to negative 3/4. Okay, I know you feel like your brains are full. We're going to do one more and then we're done. And notice this one is a little easier than the previous ones. You with me? Okay. Yes, we can. I think I can. I think I can. The least common denominator. is what? Now, what's under here? 1. What's under here? 1. Okay. All right. Anyone else Zoomers? Least common denominator is 3. Okay. Multiply everything by 3.
Cái cái máy in.
Okay, now let's bring it down. What does this become? Oh, sorry. We're not bringing it down yet. What do I do here? Cancel, right? 3 on
Cancel.
top, 3 on the bottom. What do I do here? Cancel, 3 on top, 3 on the bottom. Okay, now we're going to bring it down. What does that become? Three X plus what? $11
times 33. Times 3.
plus times 3. Yeah. So what do we get? There we go. 15 is equal to 31. Okay, clear the denominator method. So add these together. 26 is equal to 31. Minus 26. 3x is equal to 5. Divide by 3. X is equal to 5/3. Okay, you will see an increasing number of questions on Canvas quizzes, right? What is the first step? What is the second step? You know, you're going to have to do that. Yes. On your in-person exam, you will need to solve an equation, but no fractions yet. Okay, we're just, yeah, on the online, I don't remember, but on the in-person, no fractions on your equation. Okay, that is it for the day. We are going over questions and we're going back to first question, 21 and 22. So if you don't, I said you don't have to do 21 and 22. Okay. Any other questions? Thank you for coming and hanging in there. It was kind of long. Yeah. Let me know if you are coming in to take the exam. If you're coming to CTEC, first let me know. Send me a Canvas inbox message when you're coming. You walk in the big, beautiful front doors. Yeah, you walk in, everything else is locked. You have to come in those front doors and you're going to turn left and you're going to, you probably, there's a Chromebook next to the, when you first walk in, the gal's going to say, hi, welcome, go ahead and sign in. And you're going to go to that Chromebook and you're going to sign in. And I don't know what that looks like because I haven't actually done it. Okay. And then you're going to turn left and you're going to head towards the credit union. You are not going into the credit union. You're turning right and I'll be right there. Or you can ask at the window. You're looking for Mrs. Watts. Okay. So you are coming at after lunch, right? 1:15. Is that what we said? So you're coming today, Ella? Or you're coming right now? Oh, so right now. Okay, so I'll see you in a little bit. That's right.